Hello students, in today's biology class, you will learn about types of movement of molecules in plants. Before begin with the topic, first see the nature of semi-permeable membrane. As you know, semi-permeable membrane is a type of membrane which allows only selective things to pass across it. As you can see in the picture, there are two sides, side A and side B, and in between you can see these small this membrane, this line is considered as semi-permeable membrane, and it has some pores in it, means open space. And side A contains water molecule, which is a dilute solution. Dilute solution means water content is more inside A, and inside B containing sugar solution, which is a concentrated solution. It means less water molecules. After some time, you will observe that water molecules which are more in side A, they started to move towards side B, where water content is less in number. As you can see, these yellow small balls, these are water molecules, and they started to pass across the semi-permeable membrane and they moved towards side B. This type of movement of water molecules from a dilute solution to a concentrated solution across a semi-permeable membrane is known as osmosis. And you have seen that this semi-permeable membrane allows only water molecules to pass through it, not other substances. So, next is types of movement of molecules are seen in plants. There are three types of movement of molecules. That is, first one diffusion, second osmosis, and third active transport. Let's begin with the diffusion. Diffusion, it's a net movement of particles from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. As you can see in the given picture also, high concentration towards that, from that area the molecules they move towards the low concentration due to the random movement of particles, and this movement of particles from high to low concentration occurs due to random movement of particles, and it is a diffusion. It's a passive process, which means here no energy is needed for the movement of particles. In the soil also, water and minerals move into the root hair cell by the process of diffusion. And during daytime, the carbon dioxide diffuses from the atmosphere into the leaf cells and oxygen diffuses out from the leaf cells. As due to the process of photosynthesis, oxygen concentration is higher in the leaves and outside surrounding low concentration. That's why there is movement of oxygen molecules from the leaf to outer surrounding occurs from higher to lower concentration. Next is osmosis. Osmosis, the word taken from a Greek word, that is osmos, which means push. In biology, the net movement of water molecules through the cell membrane from an area of higher to an area of lower from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration, as you have seen in the first slide. Next is active transport. The root hair absorbs water and minerals from the soil. You can see in the picture these pink dots, these are minerals, and this is the root hair cell. As you can see, water and minerals both are being absorbed by root hair cell. In the previous one, in the diffusion, as I explained, that water molecules and minerals move towards the root hair cell by the process of diffusion and osmosis. And in this, when the root hair absorbs both water and mineral from the soil, water enters the root hair cell by osmosis. As the concentration of water in the soil is higher than the inside the root hair. But with the case of minerals, the case is different. The concentration of minerals is higher in the root hair cell as compared to the soil. As you can see, these pink dots, these are higher in number inside the root hair cell and it is lesser in number in the soil. So, these movement of mineral from soil to root hair cell, this is from lower concentration to higher concentration. From lower to higher concentration, and this movement of molecules from lower to higher concentration requires energy, and this movement is called active transport. Okay. Now the next one is ascent of sap. The water is absorbed by the root hairs from the surrounding soil by osmosis. As you have seen in the previous slide, the water is absorbed by the root hairs from the surrounding soil by the process osmosis. It then moves into the inner cell of the root by cell to cell diffusion and osmosis to reach the central xylem. In the picture also you can see this is a root hair, and minerals and water both are being absorbed by the root hair, and then after absorption there is occurs by the process of osmosis, it is absorbed, and now there is occurs cell to cell diffusion. As you can see, arrow marks are there, cell to cell diffusion is occurs, and ultimately the water and minerals reaches to central xylem, which is the conducting part of the plant. Xylem, it continues upward into the stem and leaves. This upward movement of water and minerals is called ascent of sap, and the concentration means the concentration of water and mineral, means this mixture of water and mineral is called sap. Now the next one, root pressure. It is a pressure developed in the root due to the continuous inflow of water because of cell to cell osmosis. As a result of this pressure, water enters the xylem vessels and helps in pushing the plant sap upward. Thus, root pressure is one of the forces which contributes to the ascent of sap through the stem into the leaves up to a certain height. In the previous slide, you all have seen that water is absorbed, and after absorption there is cell to cell diffusion also occurs, and ultimately it reaches to xylem tissue. But from xylem means still the water and minerals are there in the root section, and from root section it is needed to reach in the upper part of the plant, which is done by root pressure. And thus root pressure, and this is the one of the force which helps in the transportation of sap through the stem into the leaf up to a certain height. And sap, in the previous slide already I have told you, it's a mixture of mineral and water, and this sap is need to be transported to the upper part of the plant from root, and this is done by a force called root pressure. Now today's homework: explain the different types of movements of molecules seen in plants. Explain the nature of semi-permeable membrane with the help of a diagram. Next question. Define ascent of sap and root pressure. Next question. Explain the process of movement of water and minerals in a plant. Write these answers in your biology notebook. Thank you.